Let's talk today about what a decentralized crypto exchange is. Now, there's a lot of terminology that goes on here, so I thought it would be good to explain to you what this is. First, decentralized exchange is listed as DEX, is how you would say it. Some people say DEX, DEX. Decentralized exchange is different from a corporate exchange or a more centralized exchange. So a centralized exchange is something like Coinbase, or even if you think about the stock market, right? You have the NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange. You have these centralized places that have like a regulated authority that controls the exchange. You're going through a third party company when you want to trade your assets, whether it's stock or crypto. You have to work through that centralized company. Now with crypto, there's this idea of a smart contract, which is code that allows you to enter into agreements with people without having to have a centralized party. That's why it's decentralized. And it's really great because, if I have a Bitcoin, I want to sell it for $40,000, and you're agreeing to buy that, I don't need a centralized person to help me do that. Now, you still go through software. There's websites such as Uniswap or PancakeSwap. There's all these different swapping websites that are decentralized exchange where you can go and trade your money. And basically, yeah, it works. You have one asset and you want to trade it and you want to sell it, and somebody else has another asset they're willing to trade you for that. Then you can execute these trades on the decentralized exchange. There's a lot of advantages and disadvantages of these things, but the main thing is the fees can be a lot lower because you're not having to pay a company to do this. The transactions a lot of times will execute quite quickly. And particularly why I'm talking about this is because now with Cardano, it has a lot of up and coming decentralized exchanges, which is really a game changer. In the past, Cardano moved kind of slowly, and it was thought like, are there going to be real applications for Cardano? But now we're starting to see decentralized exchanges that are starting to pop up, and there's going to be quite a lot of them. So it's going to help move the money around. Now, one thing is, a problem can be with decentralized exchanges. They don't have what we call a lot of liquidity. There's not a lot of people who have taken their coins and provided those coins to be able to swap. Because when you actually are swapping, you know, if I go onto an exchange and I just have 5 coins, it's going to be really hard to find somebody to trade with for those 5 coins. So what people with a lot more coins do is they provide liquidity. If I have 100,000 Cardano, and I also have 100,000, say Binance coin or something like that. I can create a liquidity pool in the price that's going to trade for, and I can provide that liquidity onto the exchange, and then I get paid a percentage for doing that. It's usually some kind of fee of all trades that happen for providing that liquidity so people can trade. And when you have low liquidity, that means the prices can jump a lot. The prices, if you sell, you can crash the market, or if you buy a bunch, you can make the market jump because there's not as many coins. But if you have a lot of coins and a lot of liquidity, then the price movement can be a lot smaller and less volatile. So there's a lot of advantage to try to get people to provide liquidity on these exchanges, and people get paid for doing that. So as we start to see more exchanges pop up, hopefully that market will extend. And there's a lot of algorithms and bots that are out there right now to really make this an efficient process, so that the price of the coins don't go crazy wild. But you have to be careful because there is a lot of rogue behavior and a lot of market manipulation. But the end goal is to get away from the centralized idea of the stockbrokers, the stock exchanges, and allow you to have that free market to exchange coins with yourself. And the nice thing about Cardano is it allows for the creation of native on-chain coins to be created. And that's a kind of a game changer as well. So these coins can be traded on these decentralized exchanges. It can be a great way for you to fund projects by creating your own coin. There's a lot of various applications we're going to be seeing coming out of that, and the decentralized exchange is a very important part of it because, as you can imagine, in multiple countries, a lot of rules, regulations. Certain assets are traded as securities, and while countries are cracking down quite a bit on this, a lot of countries still have it very open where you can, create your own coin and use that as a, uh, you know, place of value. So I think what this means is that we really need to continue to build up the Cardano network. I, particularly use Cardano and a lot of other different cryptocurrencies, but because I'm a Cardano stake pool operator with my stake pool ANCH, which I encourage you to delegate to, Anchor of Hope, because there's a high charitable outcome that I want for this, a percentage of the coins that we mint and the fees for the stake pool go to charitable causes here in East Africa, where I've lived for almost a decade now. We need to build this up through stake pool operators to build up these financial inclusion type projects, right? We need to give people access to trading markets that are efficient and not controlled by large corporations who control those exchanges. So yeah, that's a high level about the decentralized exchange. So next time you hear about DEX or DEX, that's what that is. All it means is a place where you can exchange coins one for the other. Take your Cardano and change it for Stellar or whatever coin is out there popular in the day, and you can do it without using a centralized place. One thing about these exchanges as well is that they are usually open source communities, so the code sometimes is out there and available for some of these things. And that's kind of good and bad. I mean, it provides a great community to expand and get the bugs out of the exchanges, but it also could provide some hacking opportunities. So use at your own risk. I mean, this isn't financial advice. It's not to encourage you to use a centralized exchange or decentralized exchange. I think this is just a really good opportunity for new financial products and new markets. So that's about decentralized exchange. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification icon, and be sure to watch out for new videos.